see. These are the girls. They're right back there. Waiting.
Trumpets for contraband, move to this way. Okay. That way you're closer to the receiver. Slide a chair over with you guys. Okay. Yep. Okay. And then when we bring symphonic band out, you'll just. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's NAI band concert. My name is Dr. Melanie Maines, and I am one of the assistant principals at NAI. On behalf of the NAI School Administration team, I'd like to thank you for being here to celebrate the incredible talents and hard work of our students. Our young musicians, under the amazing direction of Ms. Emily Rickard, have been practicing meticulously for tonight's performance. We are so proud of their commitment and dedication, and I'm sure you'll be amazed by the music they've prepared for us tonight. I also want to take a moment to thank our families, friends, and supporters for encouraging the love of music in these students and for being such a vital part of our school community. Your presence here this evening means the world to them and to us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy an evening of beautiful music. Thank you again for being here and being an essential part of arts education here at the North Allegheny School District. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Emily Rickard to conduct some of our NAI students to begin this evening's performance.
good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for being here, and welcome to our 2025 Spring Concert. My name is Emily Rickard, and I'm the band director for NAI, and I'm just thrilled to be here with all of you. You know, if I'm being honest, after last week with all of the weather that impacted us as a community, it's just great to be here and just to celebrate a great night of music making with all of our students. So I just want to echo what Dr. Main said and say thank you so much to all of you for being here, supporting our students, supporting arts in our community. I'm just so proud of the efforts that these students have made over the course of this year, but particularly just how they've risen to the challenge of having several days off and then coming back just ready to go. So they've really impressed me, and I'm super proud of how they've worked really over the past few days. So if we could just give them one more round of applause, just, yeah. You guys have done a great job. So our group that is on stage now is our 9th grade, mostly, concert band. And these students rehearse each day, but they don't always rehearse together. So that's one of the unique challenges, and one of the fun things about our collaboration is that close to our concert, we get to come together and put it together as a group. So our next piece is called Chasing Sunlight. It's a really beautiful piece, and I think an appropriate selection, again, after we weathered some pretty wild storms last week. So this is Chasing Sunlight. We hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. One of my favorite parts of tonight is recognizing all of our students and the great efforts they've made throughout the entirety of this school year. And so we're going to be taking a little bit of time throughout our concert just to give these students some extra recognition. We have a lot of students who participate in extracurricular ensembles and also ensembles throughout the community, PMEA, and AV. So I want to make sure we recognize those students. So at this point, I'm going to ask our jazz band students to stand and be recognized for their efforts. If you are in jazz 1, 2, or 3, will you please stand? Yes, go ahead and stand. There we go. Let's recognize these students. You can sit. And just a reminder, and if anyone wants to attend, we have our jazz concert, spring jazz concert coming up on Friday. That's going to be at Marshall Middle School, 7 p.m. It features all 3 of our jazz ensembles. Will be another great night of music making, and that's this Friday, this coming Friday. We're excited for that. So the next piece we're going to hear is a great piece called Scarlet Echoes, and this piece we really enjoyed a lot just in putting together all of the different rhythmic elements. So you'll hear that students are really required to count carefully and work together as a team. So this is going to be the last part of this group performing on their own, and after this we're going to have Symphonic Band join us as well for lots more music. Thank you again so much. At this time, we are going to start resetting the stage, and I'm going to take care of just some more recognitions and things like that while we do so. So symphonic band can start making their way onto the stage, and concert band, if you move seats, you can go ahead and move seats. One of the things I just want to make sure I recognize is just the soloists that performed in Highland Celebration. We had, that was that first piece we played. We had Austin on alto, we had Evelyn on flute, and we had Nishka on the clarinet. So I just want to give an extra shout out to those three individuals. They did a really nice job. So at this time, again, we're going to welcome out our symphonic band, and we're going to take a second to reset the stage, and then I'll be back with just some more program notes for you before we play our next piece. So just sit tight. We'll be back with more music here shortly. All right, so I think they're almost done getting set, but I just want to welcome our symphonic band students to the group. These students are mostly 10th grade students, and we've had a lot of fun working just with our 10th grade group, but also combining with our concert band to make a really large, nice concert ensemble as well. So I just want to commend, again, these students. It's a real testament to the work they do with their fantastic directors at all three middle schools, but also all of the elementary programs, just to see how the kids all come together when they finally get to high school, and just the success they have at playing their instruments, having great fundamentals. So I just want to give a quick shout out here to all of our elementary and middle school band directors for all they do to help prepare our students. So if you'll join me in a round of applause for those individuals, they do a fantastic job. So our next piece is one that the students actually had some say in choosing. They all wanted to play some more music from movies. So we've been studying a lot of different film scores, and this one is from Ratatouille. so continuing with our student recognition for this evening, again, we're going to be just recognizing all of our different student groups. So in our combined concert band and symphonic band, if you were selected for the Allegheny Valley Honors Band, can you please stand to be recognized? AV Honors Band, I believe there's at least two of us. Yep, Colin and Jonathan. Am I missing anybody? Yeah, so let's give these students a round of applause. Great job, guys. And they auditioned and competed with several other school districts in the Allegheny Valley, and they formed a great honors band. They got to work with one of my Jonathan got to work with one of my former band directors, Dr. Drain from Penn State, and Colin had a great experience as well in the 10th grade ensemble, so that was fantastic for our students. The next group I want to recognize, and I know there's several in this group, so if you're already standing, you can wave, but if you're not standing, please stand. Indoor percussion. Go ahead and stand up or wave. There we go. Yeah, all across the back there. All right. Yeah, these students really go above and beyond. They maintain a rigorous rehearsal schedule, and they get to, again, travel, compete. It's a fantastic program, and you can really see the improvement they make through their time in it, just in their skills and fundamentals. So it's great to see. The next group I want to recognize is going to be our marching band students. So our marching band students, anybody in marching band, go ahead and stand on up. Here we go. There we go. So our marching band students just returned from the Kentucky Derby Parade down in Louisville, so we got to kick off that event, and we found out on Sunday before we returned that we were named the grand champions of the parade, so we were really thrilled about that. It's a testament to how hard the students work. So we were proud of them for representing us well and doing a great job. We also got to do our clinic at Ohio State, where we got to work with Ohio State's band director. Anyone who knows that program knows how strong that is, that marching band program. So we had a great time there as well. And that's coming from me, a Penn Stater. So there we go. But it was a great trip. And I just want to remind everybody that marching band registration is still ongoing, but the deadline is coming up quickly. So if you're a student, and yes, students need to do it every single year they're involved, but if your student has yet to enroll in marching band, in your program, page 4, you can scan the QR code, and you don't have to do it now, but take it home with you. You can scan the QR code and make sure that they get registered. And if your student is in one of our concert band, symphonic band, or wind ensemble, and they do not participate currently, they are allowed to enroll for next year. Lots of great travel opportunities and performance opportunities and chances to develop as a musician, which is what this is all about. So I really encourage it. I know it can be scary at first, but it's usually a really great decision for your student. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to see me after the concert, but we're gonna keep going with more music for this evening. So the final piece this combined group is gonna play together is a great piece by Omar Thomas. It highlights our percussion section. It's a really fun piece of music. It's called Caravana After Party. We hope you enjoy. right, so at this time, again, we're going to take about 2 minutes here and reset our stage, and the symphonic band is going to perform a few numbers on their own. So if you'll give us about a minute or two, we'll be back with more music here shortly. Thank you so much. All right, thank you again for your patience tonight as we move groups around. We'll try and keep things moving, and we appreciate you all being here. So on stage right now, we have our fully 10th grade ensemble. This is our 8th period band class, and I look forward to 8th period every day because I know we're always going to come in with a bunch of energy after lunch, and we always have a great time. So I'm going to miss this group a lot. They're leaving me next year to come up here to Nash, but I do really mean that. So we have a lot more great music to make tonight, though. So the next piece we're going to play is I would call it a very mature piece of music because it's pretty dense. It has a lot of different layers to it, and it requires the students to play very independently, to count correctly, to play with a lot of accuracy and a good sound. It's a more lyrical, a slower piece. And it's been challenging but very rewarding to put together. So this piece is called Sheltering Sky, and you can read more in the program about the meaning behind the piece and just how it all comes together, but it's by the composer John Mackey, who writes a lot of music for the collegiate level and beyond. So again, it's a very challenging piece, but this group has really risen to that challenge. So again, like I said with Concert Band, very proud of these groups here tonight and the work they've been doing. So we hope you enjoy Sheltering Sky. So again, I want to congratulate the Symphonic Band, as all these students are in 10th grade and they're going to be moving up to Nash in the fall. I already mentioned that, but I'm thrilled. I just want to say that I continue to work with many of these students in both jazz and marching band. So I believe we recognized our marching band students in this group already, but we didn't have a chance to recognize our jazz band students in this group. So if you are a jazz band student, Jazz 1, 2, or 3, will you please stand and be recognized for your awesome efforts? So like I said before, I'm definitely going to miss seeing all these students at NAI, but we still have lots more music to make in, again, both marching band, jazz band, and on stage tonight. So our final piece for symphonic band is a march, but it's unique in the fact that it's a slow march, and it's called Orion, and you'll hear it has a nice steady beat throughout, but it's pretty subtle in the fact that it doesn't really push the tempo. So that's been a really fun piece, and I think the students have enjoyed putting this one together. So this is called Orion. Thank you once again for all of the support. So the symphonic band, like I said, let's hear it one more time for the symphonic band. They've done a great job all this year. And I have to say, too, it takes a lot of courage and bravery. Some of these students are playing one on a part. Some of them are playing one on an instrument. And that takes a great deal of musicianship, especially just being only a sophomore. So there's a lot of impressive talent and just hard work present in that group. So like I said, we have a lot of fun during period 8. So at this time, we're going to be resetting the stage for our Honors Wind Ensemble. And while that's going on, I'm going to invite our representatives from our NADBP to come up and talk a little bit about some of our sponsorships. But I just want to say, while I bring them up, that we are so lucky to have a parent organization that is as supportive. Our parents volunteer their time, their energy, their expertise. They do so much for our program, and we really could not do what we do without all of our parent volunteers, our NADBP, and all of you. So let's have a big round of applause, and we'll welcome, I think they're out here somewhere, but there they are. Mrs. Greenberg.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here this evening to come out to share in the musical accomplishments of all of these talented and hardworking students. I'm Julie Greenberg, and I'm the president of the North Allegheny District Band Patrons, the band parent group. And I just wanted to take a few moments to recognize a couple of our platinum band sponsors for the year. These are our local businesses that have made a decision to sponsor the band financially throughout the year, which enables us to repair and purchase instruments, purchase music, and make a wide variety of other opportunities available for band students. So the first of these sponsors that I'd like to recognize is the law firm of Atencio Hall. I think Chris Hall is here. If you could come up to the stage for a minute to receive your plaque. Our sponsors are receiving a plaque with a picture of the band on it for their sponsorship efforts this year. Thank you so much. And the second platinum sponsor I'd like to recognize is Xfinity. I think Heather Kraus is here to accept this one on behalf of Xfinity. So thank you again for your sponsorship of the band, and as we look forward to next year's band season, if anyone has a contact with a business that might be interested in sponsoring the band, please take a look at the NA Band's website where all of our sponsorship opportunities are available, and all the information about that is there as well. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the music.
Thank you. Yeah, we put together a fun program for this concert. So that was music from The Incredibles, as you know, and that's written by actually the same composer who wrote the music to Ratatouille, Michael Giacchino. So great film composer. Pixar movies have fantastic film scores, and they are great sources of learning material for our students. So they're quite a bit fun to play. So on stage right now, we have our 9th and 10th grade combined honors wind ensemble, and we meet daily together as an ensemble for around 40 minutes. And these students have impressed me a ton. All of our students here do, but these students have done a great job with just their independent musicianship and just kind of how they grow day to day. A lot of these students take private lessons, a lot are working on their own, practicing outside of class, and a lot have performed in honors ensembles through this year. So we'll make sure to recognize those students. But after a jazzy piece like that, I want to make sure to recognize first our jazz band students in this group as well, just like we did with symphonic band and concert band. So I'm going to ask my students now, if you're in jazz 1, 2, or 3, please stand and be recognized. And if you're in percussion, you could wave. All right, thank you, Jazz. All right, so our next piece and our next 2 pieces actually are both from the same composer, Percy Grainger. He wrote a lot of great band repertoire, a lot of challenging band repertoire. So I was telling the students as we were rehearsing this piece, both of these pieces, if they continue on and play in college, they will see these pieces again, but they are guaranteed to see this composer again. So Percy Grainger takes a lot of different folk tunes and turns them into great band work. So we're going to play these next 2 pieces. The first is Shepherd's Hay, and then the second is going to be Irish Tune. And they both feature a lot of different musicians and a lot of just great music writing by Percy Grainger. So we hope you enjoy these next 2 pieces. At this time, I'm going to continue with acknowledging some great student recognitions from this group. So we have a lot of students in this group who participate in honors ensembles throughout the year. They've done a fantastic job this year representing North Allegheny. We've had great representation at AV and PMEA festivals. So students, listen carefully. I'm going to ask you to stand. So first is going to be all the students who were selected for AV Honors Band this year. Go ahead and stand on up. And next, you guys can go ahead and have a seat. Next, we are going to recognize all of the students selected for PMEA Honors Band, PMEA Honors Band. And next, we are going to recognize our PMEA Jazz. PMEA Jazz. I believe it's just Billy in the back. Billy, can you wave? There we go. He did a great job this year at the Jazz Festival. Was in the first ensemble there, did fantastic work. So we were thrilled to take him to that festival. Next is going to be PMEA District Band. Anyone? PMEA District Band, go ahead and stand up. All right, PMEA Region Band, PMEA Region. Okay. And we'll have these two students continue standing because they also went to PMEA All-State Ensemble, PMEA All-State Concert Band. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, at the PMEA, and you guys can sit down now, unless you want to keep standing. But for those of you who don't know, at the PMEA Festival, students audition and have the opportunity to advance through a rigorous blind audition process. So it's relatively competitive, and for so many of our freshmen and sophomores to do such a great job, they are in competition with juniors and seniors from all around the area. So it's really impressive that they were able to represent our school so well. So we are thrilled to have them all here. And next, I think this is my last one, but we'll see. No promises. Next, we're going to recognize all of our marching band students that are in this group. So all of our marching band students, will you please stand up and be recognized? All right, I'm just making sure, I'm going through my list, making sure I don't miss anybody. Our next piece of music is going to be a huge departure from what we just played. So what we just played was what I would consider older and classic band repertoire, and we're going to play a piece called Sea Rock City, which is very much the opposite. What the composer Brent Carrick did was he took music from funk styles, rock, and put it into a piece for band. So you're going to hear all of that. This piece is like a party for concert band, and it is so much fun. We're going to feature some soloists in this piece, so you'll see some of them might even be standing up. But at the end of the piece, we'll recognize them. But feel free to give a quick little applause, almost like a jazz concert, during that part of the piece. So we hope you enjoy Sea Rock City. This piece has been a lot of fun to work on. after hearing them play that, it is hard to believe. I have to constantly remind myself, these are sophomores and freshmen on the stage. Some of these students were in middle school band less than a year ago. And our middle school bands are fantastic. I don't mean that as a slight at them at all, but it's because of the efforts they've made in middle school that they are able to do this on stage here. So again, I just can't say enough good things about our middle school programs and what they do for our high school programs. It really is a team effort. And that goes all the way down to the elementary level. And speaking of the elementary level, before we close tonight's concert, I want to take a moment and express my gratitude for a few individuals. And one of those individuals is somebody who's made a huge impact on North Allegheny as a part of the band program and just everything they've done. And that individual is retiring this year, and that is Mr. Steve Kraus. And I don't know, yes, we can applaud. I just don't know where he's at. I don't know if he can stand or come and give us a wave. There he is. But if you are not busy, come out and see Steve's concert at McKnight. I was at People's last night. They sounded fantastic. The future is so bright for our band programs. And I'm excited to hear some more middle school concerts and elementary concerts throughout the next few weeks. So a lot of great music making happening here. But yeah, just wanted to say a huge congrats to Steve for everything he's done. He works with our marching band and with a lot of the students on stage. So I just wanted to recognize him here tonight. He's also just been a great mentor to me throughout my first year here, so I can't thank him enough for that. In addition, I have a few more people to thank, so bear with me. I know it's been a long evening, but these things are important. So I also want to thank our music department, Mr. Tozier, who's been in the back running sound, lights, all of the technology things. A huge thank you as well to Mr. Steffen, who has, again, just been an incredible mentor to me throughout my first year here and also does a lot of work behind the scenes as far as getting the stage set up. So let's have a big round of applause for those two. But it really is a department-wide, a full music department, elementary, middle school, and all the different disciplines. So I'm very thankful to work with such a strong music department. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to our band parents and families. I said a few comments earlier, but I just want to express my gratitude towards all of you. I know some of you might, I hope you have power at your house, but I know you've been through some challenges over the past week. So again, just want to express your gratitude for being here and supporting your students here. It does not happen without all of you. So students, please join me in a huge thank you to your parents and families and friends and everyone who supports you. We have had a great night of music making, and we're going to finish tonight's concert with a great piece that is just a whole lot of fun. It is fast, it is a little bit loud, it features Haniel on the clarinet. You're going to hear some great musical stylings from him, and it's just a great way to close our spring concert. So once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our school board administrators who, again, support our music department, and we could not do it without them. So thank you, everybody, and we're going to finish off with Danse Perpetuo. you again, everybody, for being here tonight. We hope you travel safe home, and we'll see you hopefully at Marshall Middle School on Friday for some jazz music. So thank you again, everybody, for being here.